Steinaker Reservoir is a very popular winter fishery. Being only 4 miles north of Vernal, it's a place that's very popular with the locals. It's easy access from hotels and motels for those who are visiting the area. Steinaker Reservoir is a great place to go to fish. It's got 4 different species. We've got rainbow trout, largemouth bass, bluegill, and a few brown trout to offer the anglers that visit here. When you come to Steinaker Reservoir, there's 2 primary points of access for you. The road that goes along the east side of the reservoir, Highway 191, offers a few parking areas that you can get down to the lake off of a fairly steep but doable shoreline. And the other access point is from the state park on the west side of the reservoir. There's also a campground over there that's available to you. There are plenty of brand new motels available in Vernal. While you're in Vernal, if you happen to need tackle because you lost something or didn't bring it with you, we have 2 great sports stores, Basin Sports and Sportsman's Warehouse, available in town. Along with several grocery stores. Steinaker is a very clear body of water, and so the fish are able to rely heavily on sight. I don't worry too much if I don't see fish on my flasher or my graph right off, because I know that I can bring them in with my jigging lures. I often fish with 2 lines in the water. One I set up with an active jigging lure, and then the other I place several feet away, and I usually put on a more subtle bait that remains still most of the time. A lot of people refer to that as a dead stick. On the active rod, I like to use bright or flashy lures such as spoons or jigs, and I often use lures with rattles in order to call fish in from a distance. If fish refuse to hit the active presentation, they might hit the dead stick nearby. Or sometimes I'll switch to a more subtle lure, such as a tube jig or a very small jigging lure, which will oftentimes get them to hit. While fishing, I like to pump the rod several times to produce flash and vibration, which attracts fish from a distance. Then I'll oftentimes slow down and jig lightly or quiver the rod tip as the fish move in to inspect the lure. I'm watching for a hit as the lure is less active. By watching your electronics or by experimentation, you can tell what actions produce hits. Trout are highly active under the ice, and even warm water species such as bass and bluegill feed actively throughout the winter. Their metabolism just doesn't require them to feed as actively as trout, which is why you often have to tease or tempt them for several seconds before they bite. Watch how long it takes to tease this bass into biting. I can see him on the screen. I'm just working my lure, gently quivering and working the lure up and down through the water column in front of this fish's face. And only after several seconds of tempting him does he actually end up biting.